The first ingredient that you will need is extra virgin olive oil, which helps stimulate hair growth. Next ingredient will be Jamaican black castor oil. This helps moisturize, thicken, and strengthen your hair, as well as it helps with hair breakage, dandruff, and dry, itchy scalp. The last ingredient will be the As I Am Coconut Co-Wash. I chose this ingredient because it actually removes product residue as well as preserve moisture in your hair. Okay, if you have a mason jar, you're definitely going to need it, or a glass cup, whichever one you have. You want to pour your extra virgin olive oil in the glass cup or mason jar. I'm not sure how much I poured with any of these ingredients. I pretty much just eyeballed everything, so just pour however much you think you may need. Now I'm going in with my black Jamaican castor oil, and again I eyeballed how much I put in there. Not really sure, but I'm just gonna pour it in there. And the same with my co-wash, my coconut co-wash. I pretty much just eyeballed that as well. Now that I have everything poured inside the mason jar, this is what it's looking like. Now I'm going to place my glass jar inside of a glass bowl, because I'm getting ready to pour some boiling hot water into the bowl to kind of melt my mixture together. So to heat up the oil and pretty much melt some of that co-wash. It's not going to melt completely, but to at least melt it a little bit so that I'm able to pour it into a different container. And this is just what it looks like as it's sitting in the hot water. Now I am going to stir the ingredients together. I suggest that you guys, whatever you use to stir your ingredients with, make sure you throw it away or store it for the next time you decide to make this mixture. This is the spoon that I use always to mix this oil with. So yeah, I'm just mixing it together, and then I'm going to pour it in my little applicator so that we can go ahead and move on to applying the mixture. Okay, so this is basically a 4-day-old twist out that got real dry and rusty, so I went ahead and put it in a ponytail to wear it as a style for one day. And now it's time for me to take this bad boy down so that I can pre-poo my hair and get ready to wash it. So once I have my hair taken down, I like to run my fingers through it just to kind of loosen up any tangles that I may have. Here you see me sectioning off my hair in the back. I always start in the back, and I love to use my fingers instead of a comb. So here I'm just pulling apart my hair real gentle like, so that I can put the rest in the ponytail and I can start working on the back part of my head. Now that my hair is sectioned off, this is the time that I like to actually pull apart each one of my curls one by one, real gentle like, so that I'm able to pull out any tangles that I may have. I've noticed now that since I've been dealing with postpartum shedding, I used to jump into washing my hair. I used to skip this whole pre-poo stage, and I noticed that was the wrong thing for me to do, because whenever you're dealing with postpartum shedding, your hair sheds a lot. So whenever you just jump in the shower or just wash your hair without detangling it properly, all that shedded hair gets mixed in with the hair that's on your head, and it makes one big mess. So this, I've noticed that sectioning off my hair, it has really helped a lot with my detangling process. So again, I like to separate each curl like you seen me do before, and now I'm going in with a water bottle just to pretty much activate whatever styler I had in my hair for the previous hairstyle, and that way it makes it easier for me to kind of still detangle my hair or pull apart my curls before I go in with my pre-poo. Once I feel like I've gotten all the tangles out with my fingers, I like to double check myself and go back with a wide tooth comb and try to get out whatever knots that I may have left behind. Make sure whenever using a wide tooth comb that you start from the bottom and work your way up. I did speed this clip up, but I am being very gentle. Now it's time for me to go ahead and add the mixture to my hair. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't the type to always pre-poo. Better yet, I wasn't the type to ever pre-poo. I never understood or wanted to understand why people would pre-poo. I just wasn't interested in it. But now that I am dealing with postpartum shedding, I started to do a little bit more research on why people was actually pre-pooing their hair. And so basically what I found out and what I've noticed is that pre-pooing actually aids in helping you detangle your hair, which is very important when dealing with postpartum shedding, because your hair is so fragile that like any little pull, your hair will fall out. Seriously, like my hair, it's a whole nother story. But also it helps you retain moisture, which is very important because, you know, a lot of times your hair can become dry whenever you're shampooing your hair using sulfates, if you choose to use sulfates or what have you. You know, so it helps with retaining the moisture. Also, it restores the oils that may have been stripped out your hair dealing with shampoo. And, you know, I didn't know that. I never thought to look into it like that. Also, I've noticed that since I've started pre-pooing, my hair has become a lot easier to manage before and after the shampoo process. So I've really grown of liking to doing this pre-poo step. It's awesome. Since this section is already detangled, I'm going to go ahead and twist it up and get started on my next section. And this is just going to be a repeat of what I've done on the back section. I want to do it in the front section so that you guys can see. So I'm going to speed this up and I'm not going to talk through it. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies. Now that I have all my plaits put in, I like to go in and add extra mixture onto my edges because that's where I do apply gel if I choose to use gel that day, or edge control. I like to go ahead and make sure my edges are you know, saturated with the mixture, and then I go in throughout my scalp and just reapply it before I wash it. I leave the pre-poo in my hair for about 15 to 20 minutes, then I'll jump in the shower and rinse it out. When I rinse my hair out, I do keep it in the plaits just to minimize the chances of me getting my hair back tangled. So that's why you see me pretty much just rinsing my hair out with the plaits in my hair still. My favorite shampoo is the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthening and Restore Shampoo. This is an awesome shampoo because it's also a clarifier, so it actually cleanses my hair as well. So I don't use this all the time. I use it once a month, but today, on this particular day, I used it. Whenever washing my hair, dealing with postpartum shedding, I no longer just lather shampoo all over my hair and just scrub my scalp. I now wash it with these plaits, and I do still scrub my scalp, but that's the only thing I scrub. I try not to get my plaits intertwined with me scrubbing my scalp, if that makes sense. Like I used to wash all of my hair. Now I just mainly focus on my scalp. I don't focus on my ends at all. I just focus on my scalps whenever I wash my hair now, since dealing with this postpartum shedding, because your hair gets extremely tangled, guys. Like, oh, with that shedding hair mixed in with your hair that's still attached to your head, yeah, it gets pretty crucial. Now I'm just going to go ahead and rinse the shampoo out my hair. I always shampoo my hair twice, never once. The first time I feel like I'm getting all the gunk out my hair. The second time is for me to ensure that everything is out my hair. So I always go in with a second coat of shampoo. Now, before rinsing my hair out on the second rinse, this is when I take the time to actually unravel my twist so that I can allow the soap suds to run through each strand of my hair as I'm rinsing the shampoo out. Whenever I wash my hair this way, I'm able to still run my fingers through my hair after rinsing the shampoo out, and I love it. I did deep condition my hair, but we're going to go ahead and skip that because I will be making a separate video on how I actually deep condition my hair. Once I get out the shower, I always wrap my hair in this terry cloth towel. It is awesome. It's better than wrapping your hair in a regular towel because a regular towel can cause damage to your hair. Now again, I will be doing a series of these videos in regards to how to deal with your hair when you're dealing with postpartum shedding. You know, I did just have a baby soon to be 6 months ago, and I'm still dealing with it. It started about 3 months ago, and I'm still dealing with it. But whenever using this pre-poo method, when shampooing my hair is extremely soft. It becomes manageable and is detangle free. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and please leave any comments or concerns down in the comment section. And until next time, guys, peace and joy. Bye.
Show me love, treat it like we freaking on a weekend. Show me